my God, this is so funny. I want to say she's there with Jesus.
That's my grandpa's name.
Oh my God, 'cause I thought she was being funny and she was like, I'm here with Jesus because she was a religious, faithful woman. Honey,
Hello.
how are you, honey?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just going to raise this up a little bit because every time I do this, I always cut my head off. Am I good?
I'm trying to you are perfect. I'm gonna do the same, except I'm
Yeah,
gonna go in and out because I can't really read.
yeah. It's like,
Unless I'm like up close.
I get it. I don't know how you guys do it with all that makeup on your eyes. I put on a little bit of liner and I start to tear up. I start to cry. My eyes get red. I mean, I'm like, "Urgh." It's rough, you know?
Some people call us nuts because some of us will do our makeup, like put our contacts on before we do our makeup. So we're like, all this powder is going in our eyes, and they're like, "What is going on? Like, why? What?"
I commend you. I commend you. The time and the effort is always so beautiful. I love to see the final look, right? So it's always a great journey. Thank you so much. Are you ready for
Thank you.
this?
Thank you for having me. I'm ready. I do want to say, for those of us joining that are like my followers, please, please, please go and follow Roy. Just hit the drop down up top, and then you can hit follow without even exiting the page.
Thank you. Wow, I didn't know it was that simple. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just a little tap and a tap, and you're done. You don't have to leave the live, and you can stay tuned until we we pull cards for people too.
Yeah, we're gonna pull cards. We're gonna switch it up a little. We're gonna pull some cards and we're gonna do some yes and no questions for people too with cards and see if they get the answer that they want. I'm switching it up a little bit. We're doing little things different. You know what I mean?
I like that.
We're playing around a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm even using a couple of different. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun today. So I'm excited.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
we will. We will pull cards and we're kind of matching a little bit, right, with our color tone, our palette.
We are warm tones for sure.
Oh, loving it, loving it, loving it. Well, I want to let everyone know that this is our first time really communicating. I think we touched base yesterday for 5 minutes, right? Just so we weren't two deers in the headlight. But besides that, I know that you reached out to me maybe a month or a half ago, 2 months ago, right, to do this, right when I did Selena, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here we are today, right? Beautiful journey. So I'm going to let everyone know that I'm going to connect with you. I'm going to provide you information that I feel that is coming off of your aura, right? Some of it might be simplistic to some people. Some of it might be in-depth to others, right? I give what I get, no matter how simple it is and how in-depth it is. And I know that you've watched me on a know how the journey goes and how the process is, right? So we just kind of see how it unfolds. And then at that point, what I'll do is, if you have any questions at the end, I'll let you know. I'll ask you if there's anything that you might want me to feel into, and then we're just gonna kind of take it from there, okay? And we'll see where it goes. Do I look fuzzy to you?
A little bit.
I don't know why it's doing that. Could it be my connection?
But your sound is perfect.
I know, but I don't want to look fuzzy.
True.
Yeah, that's my little issue. So, if I swipe away and disconnect from Wi-Fi, will I disconnect the live?
I don't think so. Not if you do like the little drop down. I don't think so. But if you do, everyone come right back.
Right. If I lose everyone, come right back. But I got to disconnect from the Wi-Fi. I think it's the Wi-Fi connection. So we're going to try this. All right. Let me see if this works. Do I look better? Do I look better?
You look perfect.
Clear?
Yep.
Good. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Good, good, good. Alvo, maybe move closer to the window. Well, how about if I move out the window, Alvo? I'll move on to the street.
Go back to the early 2000s where you hold your phone up.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Where's the reception, right? Where's the reception? You know, we had a major storm a couple of weeks ago, and I think things are still not really right around here, so I'm just happy. Good. We're good. You can see me clearly. You can hear me clearly. Everyone, we're good to go? All right, here we go. I'm going to ask you, do you allow me to connect with you?
Yes.
Okay, great. We're already starting off on a roll, right? You got to love it. That's spirit interfering already, right? They're already playing with the technology. All right, so let's see what I start to get from here. So I'm only going to ask for yes and no's, right? Then I'll have you validate, okay? So the first thing I want to know is, for some reason, the first thing I'm hearing is I feel that name changes. I'm getting name changes with you. Do you understand name changes?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel transformation with that as well, right? So I feel like name changes is important because it was transformation. It was a pivotal time, and I felt like it was something that needed to be done, right? This was something that I feel like you needed to separate yourself and reinvent for some reason. I almost feel like a phoenix from the rising coming up again to kind of break away, right? So I felt like you need to leave certain things in the past that were associated and then move forward with a new direction. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I feel celebration recent, right? So I feel celebration. So that would mean birthday would have been recently as well. I do feel like you are approaching, you have a few years, but I do feel milestone birthday is approaching, right? So as this is approaching, I feel wheels are turning in the head, right? Wheels are turning in the head saying, oh my God, I have a checklist in my head. I have to accomplish check, check, check. I'm getting closer, closer, and closer. And I feel like I don't know if I'm going to get there. Are these things going to get accomplished? And I almost feel like an hourglass is turning over in your head. And you are like, almost like, oh my God, I have so many more things to accomplish, right? And how much of this can I accomplish by this milestone? And how much will have to be done after it? And is it going to serve me at that same time after that date as it would before? Do you understand that as well?
Yeah, my sister's actually validating it for me as well.
Okay. All right, good. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Um, I want to talk about a little bit of early childhood, right? So I want to say that I feel like unlike a lot of us or a lot of children, you had the opportunity. I'm getting something with major exposure to um, to a lot, but I'm also getting something regarding exposure to art and culture and arts and culture. I just keep hearing art and culture constantly in my head, right? So I feel like this is really, really important and very, very redundant. So I want to say that there's something regarding art and culture that's really significant with you. And I feel like this plays a major part in your entire journey, right? So even till this day right now, you do a reminiscing and it brings you back to olden times, right? Back when you were younger, and you have these reminiscing times. And I want to say that not a lot of people do this, but I feel like you pull from past experiences when you were younger and still integrate certain things today, right? Because you feel like it's important to always remember. I feel like where you came from, it's like not forgetting about your roots. So I feel like you're a very grounded individual because you stay grounded because you are very rooted, and you're rooted because you stick to your roots, right? And you remember everything about your roots, right? And that's really important. Does that make sense to you as well?
Yep.
Okay. I want to, I feel like it's like maybe 6 or 7. I don't know why. Maybe 7. 6 or 7. Somewhere around here is where I feel like I'm getting a circle, a pivotal point, a pivotal point, a pivotal point, or a change in your life, right? Where I feel like this is when you had an aha moment, right? So I feel like we all have different aha moments in our life, but I'm being drawn to a very young segment of your life, right? So I feel like when you came back to this earth, you were reincarnated, right? Your journey, your path was already planned for you, right? This is really who you were going to be, all right? And I feel like you had the aha moment when you were very young, and I'm getting something about exposure because you were exposed to so many wonderful things, especially within arts and culture. It allowed you to open your eyes to a broader spectrum, right, than most people really would have had the opportunity to do. So I'm being drawn to like around 6 or 7 years old, where I feel like it would have been a pivotal point for you and things would have really opened your eyes, right? And this would have been an aha moment for you where you would have said, wow, I didn't know that the world could be like this, right? Or that these things were even existed. Because I feel like most LGBTQ youngsters, right? We all play with dolls, we all play with Barbies, we all play with fabrics and dresses and all this fun stuff, right? Does that all make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like you had some extra exposure that normal young children would have had, right? And you were able to take it to the next level and it opened your eyes. And I think that's when your journey really started to embark, right? Because I don't feel any holdback from family when you were younger. Do you understand this? So I don't feel no holdback. I don't feel any pushback from anybody. I feel like everyone there is basically support, support, support. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
And I feel a tremendous support from mom. So I feel like mom is probably a big contributor or a really big supporter for you. Do you understand this? I feel like she always encouraged you, right? She always wanted you to live your truth, and she never held you back. And I feel like till this day, she supports you. If you want to show up at a family dinner dressed in drag, she's like more I welcome, like, you know what I mean? This is who you are, and I love everything about you. Do you understand that? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I think this is so important for people to understand because you were blessed to be raised in such a welcoming household, right? With so much love around you. And people need to realize and understand that. And it's out there. And I'm just so happy for you because I'm getting such great energy from you, right? From what's ingrained in you growing up. I don't really feel anything from family in that way. I do want to say I do feel a little bit of turbulence, right? So I do feel some turbulence with connection between parents, right? So I do want to say that I do feel a disconnection from original mom and dad. Do you understand that? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say I'm being brought to early 2000s. I want to say that maybe you were like almost hitting your teens, right? So I feel like you were almost a teenager, but not really a teenager. I'm getting like around 12. 12 or 13 is when this would have happened. Pivotal point for you, right? To really go through something like this with family. And I feel like that's really, really important for you to understand as well. But I do feel a disconnection, right? And I want to say that I feel connection from dad is probably not that strong. I feel disconnection. Do you understand that as well? With communication, okay. So I want to say not really playing a major part in life right now. Does that make sense? I feel movement with you. So I want to talk about like dance. I want to talk about the love for dance. I want to talk about how you were someone who really enjoyed movement at a very young age, right? And you knew that this was going to be part of who you were going to be and that it was going to take you places that you needed to go, right? So I feel like, again, another pivotal moment for you. And again, no holdback from mom or family. It was all push, 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 right? Yes, go into dance. This is what drives your heart. This is what you need to do, right? So I commend you for always really living your truth, right? I don't feel like you ever hid or did anything to try to hold yourself back from who you were. Does that all make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay. I do get like a major creative vibe also from you, right? So I feel I'm getting create, right? 3 times. So I do feel creation is really big. So I feel like your mind, again, is always working. This is, again, pulling from you being exposed to a lot when you were younger. Arts, the love of art, the love of being able to do things where you are blending creativity and making things happen. I feel like, again, I feel like I see you going in and out of like a closet for some reason when you were younger. So I don't know, not to say gay, but I feel like you're going in and out of a closet. Like, I don't know if it's like your mom's closet or something, but I just feel like you're going in and out of a closet, right? And it's like kind of funny because it's like you're trying on things, I think. And I think you were trying to do it secretly in the beginning, but then eventually you got caught or something and they were like, oh, frig it, like whatever, let him do what he wants to do. Like he can do whatever he wants. And I just kind of see you going in and out, right? So you going in and out of the closet, like not really a big thing for you, right? And you're no stranger to it. So I feel like it's like, it's okay for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're trying everything on though. Like I feel like you're trying on looks. I feel like you're trying on like shoes and jewelry. Like I just feel like you're playing around with everything, right? You're just having a really, really great time, right?
My sister just commented about it.
Oh my, oh, she goes, my closet. Oh, it was your sister's closet. Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, that is so funny. Thank you for the validation. And I feel like this is what started. So it's like you have 2 directions, right, in your mind. And I always feel like you are, I see a scale, right? So I feel like you're always tipping the scale, right? Where do I put more of my energy? And I feel like this drains you a little bit sometimes, right? Because I'm getting a huge love for drag. I'm getting huge love for creativity, right? I feel fashion, being creative, looks, appearances, right? And making people look beautiful. And I feel like sometimes it's hard for you to balance, right? So you're like, where do I draw the line? Where do I draw a boundary, right? And it's all about boundaries to know what is too far for you. Because when we start to tip too much, it throws our alignment off. And then we are unable to really pull in the abundance that we deserve, right? Receive the success that we need. And I feel like some things have been falling at the wayside for you a little bit. And I feel like things have been neglected, and this is frustrating you. And I feel like your heart is like getting a little bit like wounded by this, right? Because again, you're doing what you love, but it's the balance is off a little bit, right? And this is like not sitting well with you, right? So it's really about being strategic now as you move forward into this milestone, right? What direction do you really want to take everything to? And how much do you want it to be in one level, and how much do you want it to be in the other level? And it's about a great meeting in the middle, right? And discovering how do we get this balance, right? Because I feel like you're a hard worker. You work, right? That's how you are. I feel like you work 24 hours a day. But I'm also getting off of that. I'm getting a lot from you. I'm also getting off of that, recharge and rejuvenate, something you do not do for yourself, right? You do not take a me day. You do not take a real day to just say, I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to go to the spa. Again, we need these days so that we are able to move forward and receive the abundance from the universe. The universe needs to realize that, yes, she is taking a day for herself, right? We are going to repay her with now 2 times over for this, right? So it's really about making sure that, yes, you are doing you, but you're also taking care of you, right? And I just got this right now. And I just think that's really important for you to understand.
Thank you.
Because I get high energy with you, right? High energy, well-liked, popular. Everybody, I just feel like people have you on a speed dial. Like I'm getting like a speed dial with you, right? So I feel like people are like, oh my God, I need something. I'm just reaching out to her. Oh my God, I need something. I'm reaching out to her, right? I feel like people have you on a speed dial almost, right? And you are known for high energy. But I feel like sometimes you want to just break down, right? I feel like you have a lot on your shoulders, and sometimes you are not someone that I feel like shares how you feel very often also. So you hold a lot in, right? And you don't know, and you break down, but you break down internally, and you're holding a lot of that inside, right? And we need to let that out, right? Even if we scream into a pillow or we just cry or whatnot, it's about letting this out, right? You have so much beauty to give. It's about now, how can you continue to propel that, right? Does that make sense to you? Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
Okay, you're like processing a lot. I know.
I'm
I see it in your face.
writing everything down.
I love it. And listen, this will be on my IGTV, so you can go back and replay it. So you'll be good to go. I want to see what else I'm getting here. So you're a perfectionist. I just heard perfectionist, right? So you need everything to be a certain way, right? It's your name. I feel like it's you, right? It's representation of you, a brand, right? And if things are not right, it's like, ugh, right? And I feel like something with patience with you, right? I just saw my patience card flash in my head, and I feel like you have minimal patience, or you get frustrated very easily. So I feel like you might go a little off the handle sometimes, right? If things are not going right. So I just see like things flying off a shelf, and that's me telling you like things are just like going a little awry. So again, this is the universe, lessons to be learned, right? So the universe is throwing you what you need to get by, but it's also throwing you lessons to learn from so that you grow, so that other situations that are bigger and larger allow you to be able to move forward and to handle properly, right? So I want to say, when you're doing any rest or rejuvenating, work on patience as well, because I feel like the patience thing with you is something that needs to be worked on a little bit. Does that make sense to you as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. It's all about the lessons to be learned, right? Lessons, I feel. I mean, you've been doing drag for quite some time. Let me just see here. I feel like you're coming up. Are you going to be... I feel like almost with your milestone birthday, you're going to be coming up on a milestone with drag. I almost feel like they go hand in hand almost, right? Does that almost make sense to you? Are you almost approaching 10 years in drag?
Almost.
Okay. Yeah, because I almost feel like it goes hand in hand with birthday, I feel, right? Almost like synchronicity right there is what I'm feeling. Do you understand?
It'll be 9 years in February.
Okay, so close. Okay. I want to just go back to dance for a minute, and I don't know why they're showing me this, but I see, I don't know if it's like a tarantula or a spider, hopping, like up and down, like from a web, like dancing. Like it's almost like it's doing something weird, like a spider, like a spider's dancing or something like that. And they're telling me, say this, you'll understand what this means. But I feel like there's something about a spider dance. Do you understand?
Yeah, it's not like a spider dance, but it is like the formation of it moves like a spider jumping, basically. I guess you can
Okay.
describe it as.
So you understand, do you do something like this? I don't know if you do something like this or if there's some type of dance or something, but they're saying something about a spider dance. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, so growing up when you were talking about dancing at a young age, like age 6 or 7, I started dancing at the age of like around 8 or 9,
Okay.
and it was Mexican folklorico, and it was at my elementary school.
Okay.
So just validating the whole
Thank you.
first portion of this. So yeah, and it's basically just super intense tap dancing per se.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's where the analogy comes. Also, my analogies are insane.
Okay.
So I'm sure spirits are telling you all
I
these
mean, like,
crazy analogies that only I would get.
yeah, I'm like a spider dance or spider dancing. I don't know what that means, but I'm glad you understand and you can validate it, which is the most important thing, right? So I believe spirit always shows me what my sitter, which is what you are, will understand, right? And what you can validate for me, right? So I feel like it's really, really important. I want to talk a little bit about family now, right? So I want to talk about siblings. So I do feel 4, right? So you are one of 4. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel pairs with it, right? So you understand 2 and 2 with this? Okay.
Yep.
I feel female energy being older. Do you understand females being older?
Yeah, my sister that commented about dressing in her closet. That's the eldest.
Okay. I feel marriage with her. Do you understand marriage, right?
Yep, she's married.
Okay. And I feel children with her. They're telling me children. I feel 2 children. Do you understand one of each for her?
Yep.
Okay. I'm hearing like Molly, or Millie, or Millsy. Do you understand this name for one of for?
That's my sister. That's my niece.
Okay. I get happy. I get happy family there. I feel very like I feel joy around there. I feel like your sister is also raising her children similar to how your mom raised you, right? So I feel open, right? Very, very open, very loving, right? So she's doing everything she can to ingrain the same into her children, right? So I feel like that's really, really important. I feel your other sister as well. I do feel connection, marriage connection with her as well. Do you understand marriage connection with her as well? Okay. I feel like the 2 boys, right? The 2 boys, I feel kind of like no marriage connection. Do you understand no marriage with the 2 boys right now?
Yeah.
I get a different energy from brother, right? So I feel brother's completely different um, than you. I'm being drawn to animal lover with brother though, or something to do with animals, or something to do. I keep seeing. I don't know if it's something with a rescue. I feel like there's a rescue situation involved with brother. Do you understand something with rescues or working with rescuing animals or rescuing something with dogs? I feel like there's a dog connection here. Do you understand this?
He does love animals. I really don't speak to him.
Okay, because I'm getting something with that. Okay, and I can feel the disconnection there as well. Father was older than mother, right? I'm getting father was older than mother. I'm getting almost by like 6 to 8 years. Do you understand that there was an age difference there, right? Okay.
Hmm.
I get a letter S for dad. Do you understand the letter S for dad?
That's his first name.
I feel a lot of overcompensation from mom for dad. Do you understand that as well? So I feel like mom stepped in tremendously, overcompensated, always had to make things better, right? I feel like a shield, and she was also a guardian and a guarder is kind of what I'm getting, right? So a blocker is kind of what I feel mom did, right? So I feel like this is really, really important for you to understand. I feel like life was not easy for mom, right? When she had to deal with all of this. So I do feel like she did go through the ringer, but I do feel reconnection with mom with new partner. Do you understand that? I
Yeah.
get very hard working for mom. I do feel mom's exhausted a little as well. Do you understand this? So I do feel like life has just exhausted her a little bit, right? I don't feel like it's always been so easy. So I do feel a little weight on her shoulders. I feel retail with mom. Does mom work in retail?
Yeah.
I feel like a retail connection, right? I feel fashion, retail type of style with her. Okay, so my mom's name is Carmen, right? So I'm being drawn to a Carmen Carmen-esque name for mom, right? Do you understand this? Because my mom's name is Carmen, right? So they're showing me my mom in my head. So they're aligning it with your mom. So I feel like Carmen would be similar, right, to your mom's name?
Yep. Her name's Carmelina.
Oh, okay. That's close enough. Do you understand that I feel sisters with mom too, right? Do you understand sisters with mom? I'm getting sister energy with mom, right? Do you understand? I feel L. L. Do you understand L? Okay. There's a woman here coming through, and she's telling me that her name is very similar to your mom's name. Very similar name, right? So I feel like it's also a Carmen-esque, I'll say Carmen-esque name for her. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel she's showing me her, okay, so I feel tremendous amount of love from her, but I feel like she always had a stern face. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Right? So even though she was happy, she always looked stern. Like, do you understand? Like, I just always feel like she was like stern, but like happy, right? Which is like just how she's showing me herself, right?
I always say I get my like, pardon my wording, but I always get my resting bitch face from her.
Okay. That's kind of what I was getting, right? She was kind of showing me that, but I didn't want to say, but I'm happy you did. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting is like, she's like, no, I'm happy, but that's just my face. I'm like, okay. I feel like you didn't get, so let's just put it this way. She's saying that you got to see, that's bad English. Your family got to see her more than others in your family potentially. So you got the best of her for the most part, but I still feel disconnection from like location wise, right? So I feel like you guys didn't live close, right? So I am being brought to two different like countries almost is what I'm feeling, right? So I don't feel like she was around as much as you would have wanted her to be. Do you understand that? Does that make sense? Okay. I do feel that she was a little bit more of a full-figured woman too. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Hard-working woman. Do you understand? Very hard-working.
Yeah.
She's saying something about, I don't know if it's her or family or whatnot, but this is very ingrained. Again, I'm getting a cultural reference. I feel something about working on a farm or farms, right? Animals, horses. I feel like this is just very, very big. And I feel like it's continuing through generations as well. Do you understand that? So I feel like a lot of the generations are also following this, right? So it's like culture is very, very big for your family is what I'm getting, right? So everyone in your family is very wrapped up into the cultural influence, right? I do get religious with her as well. Do you understand religious with her? So I do get a really great faith with her. She's saying she went back and forth, right? So she did go back and forth. So I feel from her country to visit every so often. So I feel like she did make the trip a few times. I'm getting something with assisted walking also. Do you understand like a cane or some type of walker for her, right? Because I do feel like she had a hard time walking and she's like using the cane to talk to me. Yeah, you know what I mean? I do feel
Oh my God, that's how she would scold us.
yeah, because I feel like she's doing this, right? And she's like yelling at me with the cane, right? She's like, get this right. Yeah, because she really worked on his cane. I do feel as she got older, she got very delicate, very fragile, is what she's telling me, right? I also feel a shrinking in size, a shrinking in total, right? Do you understand that as well, right?
Yeah.
She's saying not all the family was around her at her passing. Do you understand that as well? And I do feel like people had to travel, right? So I do feel some travel or some movement, right, for this to happen, right?
Yeah.
She's there with, oh my God, this is so funny. I want to say she's there with Jesus.
That's my grandpa's name.
Oh my God, 'cause I thought she was being funny and she was like, I'm here with Jesus because she was a religious, faithful woman. Oh, that's your grandfather's name. Okay, she's there with him. Okay, this man is showing me something. I don't know. There's something about, he was very about his look, right? I felt like he stood very true and authentic to, again, culture and how he looked, right? Do you understand this? There's something about a hat for me. Like, he's like, you don't ever take my hat or touch my hat, right? There's something about this hat. That's so important. Very strong love of life, love of the work that he did, right? Love of the culture. I'm getting, again, a ranch type of working type of man, right? Very connected to wife, right? So grandma and grandpa, very connected, true love. Do you understand, right? I do feel a lot of the family is based where they were, right? But I do feel like there's a portion that's not. I feel like migration started to happen, right? I kind of feel like for some reason it like started with one or two people, and then people just started to migrate away a little bit by little bit, right? And now everyone's like coming this way, right? So that's what I'm kind of feeling. He's saying he did not get to visit or do. I feel grandma came more. She's saying I came more. He did not come. I'm like getting once or twice of a visit, if that, right? Do you understand that? Like he did not get to come as much as he wanted to visit, like I guess the United States, right, or a country.
Yeah.
Very hardworking, and what they're doing is they're coming on both sides of me, right? So they're on both sides here, okay? And I just want to let you know that the strength that they're exuding of the work and the hard work that I'm getting these from mom's parents, right? Do you understand these from mom's parents, right? So everyone coming, all this is about mom, right? Because this strength is carried through the genes, right? And I feel like you have these genes ingrained in you as well, right? But again, they're helping, they're working with you, right? Lessons to be learned, right? So they had, I feel, a stronger will. They had patience. They were able to work through things differently, right? The struggles that they went through, they made them through, right? So they need, and they're working with you to understand that the little trials and tribulations that you're going through are small milestones that you will get over, and they're learning lessons for you for bigger things that are coming your way. And they are working with you and working with you tremendously. All right, they are around you. Grandma's living vicariously through you, because I don't feel like grandma would have ever done her makeup like that, or even done, like, I feel like she was a very simple woman, right? Very, very simple woman. I see her in like just long, like one-piece dresses kind of situation, right? Just very simple. I do get cooking with grandma too, right? I feel like she was a cook or enjoyed cooking. Do you understand cooking with her?
She was notorious, like
Yeah.
notoriously known for her cooking.
Yeah. And I do feel like she would, I don't know why I'm just going to say this, but would she go and like get a chicken from somewhere and then like cook it or something? Okay.
I
All right.
witnessed her killing her chicken.
Okay. I just want to say that I just saw that in my head and I'm like, oh God, I feel like this is like not, it's normal for her, right? There's a fresh chicken for dinner today. So I just feel like she's like showing me all this, right? It's really great. It's like I'm getting a glimpse of her life. They're around you tremendously. They're a little bit like they're telling me, mom is tired, right? I feel strong connection with all three daughters, right? But I feel like very close with mom, because I almost feel like grandma named her after her to a certain degree. Like I just feel like there's a connection there, right? With mom and grandma, right? So she's around her and helping her, right? Also. So just know that they are around you helping to get through these things, right? I think it's really important. I think what the message for me to give to you from them is that they love what you're doing. They're blown away by where you are today, basically, is what I'm getting. And they need you to continue to have the strength within you that they've had through their life to get through all of their struggles for you to get to where you need to be, because there's an end goal for you. And it's a very, very large end goal for you. Okay. But you need to learn how to handle the pressure and the balance of it all. That's what's most important, right? And they're going to be there to help you with the scales, right? I feel like they're both on each one of your sides. So it's just about tuning in. And they're also saying that you don't reach out to them very often. Do you understand that? Like you don't really reach out and say, Grandma, I need you now more than ever. Or Grandma, I really need to speak with you. I need to put this in your hands to help me get through this. And she feels like you need to do this more. Okay? Because she can only help you when you ask for her help. And I feel like that's really important for you. I want to see if I get anything else. I just keep hearing work on what drives you, work on what drives you, work on what drives you. I feel like one area is getting neglected a little bit, right? And I feel like it's just because you're trying to multitask everything and it's just getting overwhelming for you. but I think you're going to figure it out. And I think that this reading is going to help you move forward in the direction that you want, right? So I'm going to let Grandma and Grandpa go, and I'm going to leave you with that 40 minutes in. I always say 25 to 30 minutes, and it always goes over, but I have to give you what I get, and I just hope you enjoyed this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Whatever you would love to validate for, 5 minutes, and then we could pull some cards for people.
Absolutely. Just going back to like the beginning of the reading, dance was a big pivotal point for me, and my mom was always there, like taking me to rehearsals and to like shows. She's always been there for me
I love
through
that.
and through. And it is about my culture. We've always embraced it. And then um, we used to go to these drag shows, Latin drag shows as a
Wow.
kid, and my parents, both of them, would be so open to it. They didn't care about it.
Yeah,
So that was a huge thing for me. That's where I was first exposed to drag.
I love it. Oh my God.
And then drag as a kid, I used to dress up in my sister's clothes all the time and go into her walk-in closet and take her heels and wrap a towel around my head with my cousin who I
Oh
grew
my
up with.
God. I love that.
And it was kind of like a hush hush thing. You can do it if your dad's not around. And that was never validated for me up until literally 2 weeks ago on my birthday. My
Oh,
sister, or for my sister's birthday, we were making fun of it, and that has never been told to me. Like, I've always said it. I did this as a kid, and they would never say yes or no. But that day they validated it, so that was really funny.
oh my God.
Um, yeah, around 11, 12, my parents got a divorce.
Oh,
So that was the pivotal point at my preteens. Um, it's yeah, drag and fashion were both of my skilled. And then my grandma, my grandpa, they absolutely lived in Mexico, where they had all of their kids, and slowly, one by one, would come to the U.S. for a better future. And we would go back every summer to visit them, and they had a they had horses and a farm, and my grandpa used to have apple farm where we would go and help him every summer, in which he would tell me to go work with him. And when I got there, he would tell me to stay by the truck and just play because I was I don't know how the word translates in English properly, but he would just basically say that I was too special to work in
oh
the
my,
farm.
I love it.
And he would always have his sombrero on. He had a very specific look that he always had, and everyone knew that Jesus would wear this specific look. It was a plaited shirt tucked into straight leg bootcut pants, his working shoes, and his shirt. His jacket. And my grandma would always be the disciplinary one. In some sort of way, she would always like just just like, I don't want to say we were her favorite,
Yeah,
but my mom's kids always had a
upper hand.
special place in their heart.
Yeah.
And then to further validate that, when when my grandpa passed first,
Hmm.
we were all able to go. Like my
Oh,
siblings and all of his kids were there. Um, and that actually, my mom and I had a trip planned together the month after he passed
oh, that's nice.
to t tell him that I was gay and like have this conversation with him. But he passed before that, so we ended up going earlier. And then my grandma was still alive even until I started doing drag, and she wasn't really talking anymore by that time, but she would definitely stare.
She had a, she had a, her face is very, very unique to me, right? So the way she showed it to me, she's telling me 2015, 2015. Do you know if she passed? I'm hearing 2015 in my head.
I believe it was 20, I don't remember. No, it was not 2015.
Okay, I feel like it's 2015. Okay, all right. I don't know why I
It
hear it
was
in my head.
2013,
Okay,
I want to say.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. I,
Um, yeah, and I, what else was there?
I gave you a lot. You
A
were right
lot.
down.
I wrote a lot of it down, and I hit
You
a
hit a
lot of
lot
the.
on the head. You hit a lot on the head. Yeah, and it's a lot. You're like in a little bit of a psychic paralysis, right? You're trying to process everything. But the main thing for you is you understand the tipping of the scales, the stress that you're under, and how you're trying to find a way to really balance. And where's your heart? Oh, 2015 is correct. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, Maria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, how that's really like putting a pressure on you, right? And it's like not allowing you to fully be able to exert what you need, right? Do you understand that? Because I kind of feel that from you.
yeah.
Okay.
I normally again, you mentioned it, how my grandparents were very hardworking,
Yeah.
and all of my uncles and family members were like this, where we use the phrase "we'll rest when we die."
Hmm.
And as of recently, I've been trying to like work on myself and break these generational patterns that don't suit their purpose anymore.
Hmm.
And I think a major one that I tend to ignore because I still believe in it is the resting. Like I'll rest when I die, I'll
Yeah,
rest when I die, but that's a huge one that we need to actually acknowledge. And
we do, because rest and rejuvenation and the recharge is very important for the human body, right? So I just feel like it's
absolutely.
whenever you get a minute. I'm not saying you have to do this every day, but even once a month, right? Just take some time for yourself and just step away. And I mean, disconnect from social media, disconnect from the phone, right? Just do you. And it's something hard. We all, I mean, even I have to practice what I preach, right? Because we're all workaholics at the end of the day. So thank you so much for validating all that. I hope that you enjoyed this journey. I know you waited a while and you were looking forward to doing this. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
I
you're
really
very
appreciate
welcome.
it all.
Oh, absolutely. It was a pleasure connecting with you. And whoever is not following this beautiful queen, please follow her. She is amazing. She's stunning. And she's so talented in every way, right? I feel so much is coming for her in multiple different areas. I do feel like your name will live on and you will live. You will leave some type of imprint in this world with this name, right? So I just want you to understand that. And I want you to look back at this like I had told, and alluded when I did Sonique's reading about write music. She came out with music, right? All stars, all this. I'm letting you know.
The name change, you also hit it on the head, and it was for appreciation of culture.
Oh
I
yeah.
used my old drag name was Beverly Lux, and I just came up with that name
Oh wow.
on a whim, basically. And I wanted to change it to my actual last name to further represent what I believe in with my drag. So after discovering more of my persona and who I was in drag, I realized it was more me than ever. Um,
Absolutely.
so I just went ahead and changed it. And I was like, you know what? If they get it, they get it. And if they don't, that's not for them.
Hey, you know what? It's your brand, right? And it's who you are. And it's just another way to, again, leave a mark with your name, right? And I feel like that is at the end of the day what your goal is. I feel like that's the end goal, right? At the end of this list, you want people to know the name, right? And that's what's important. And I think you will get there. And I think you have a beautiful journey ahead of you. If you just deal with a little patience and balance out those scales a little bit, girl, you are on your way. And you know what? I might be calling you to create something for me one day, right? For a show. You never know, right? So
Let's do it.
let's do it, right? Let's do it. I'm excited. This is going to be a great journey. Now look at you, look gorgeous, even more gorgeous now that I can see
Thank
you.
you.
Oh my, oh, you got your dog?
She just jumped on my lap.
Oh my God, I love her. So her or he?
It's the she.
She. Okay, good. I went with her immediately. I felt her, so I just said
This
her.
is Coco.
Oh my God, she's adorable. I love her.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm actually using my Golden Girls tarot deck.
I love it.
Oh my God, they're like so fun. I mean, can you even handle like Blanche? I
Oh
mean,
my goodness. One of my closest friends would love this. They have a podcast dedicated to the Golden Girls, and it's like world famous podcast. RuPaul has been on it and all these people.
oh my God,
Yeah.
I would love to go on. Um,
I'll tell him. Let me make a note of that.
Make a note. Look at this. I can't. I'll bring my deck with me. You kidding me? Look at Blanche with the hunks.
Oh my God. On the lanai.
On the alumni. You gotta love it. Oh my God, I love my Golden Girl deck. Okay.
My
How did you
God.
enjoy this? Did you have fun? Was it everything stuff
I
and more?
I loved it. You literally like surpassed any expectations I had.
Thank you, honey.
And it was just amazing to hear the messages I needed to hear and receive.
I'm so happy. And that's my end goal, right? Is to make sure that everyone that I work with hears what they need to hear and gets out of it what they need to get out of it. And for people to understand that their loved ones on the other side are around them. They have not forgotten about us because they've moved on to a better place, right? Or a different level, right? They're always around us. And that's what's most important. So you have your grandparents around you supporting you. And please let your mother know that they are around her and they are together and they are at peace, all right? And they are truly happy. That's the most important thing, all right? And
I will definitely tell her that.
yeah, please do. I want her to understand that too, because they want her to hear that message just as much, right? And if she can even watch this live, right? If she has, I don't know if she has Instagram or whatever, but you can send it to her however you want to do it. But anyone, again, please, if you're not supporting G's for Godoy, please follow her. She's amazing. She's beautiful. And she's so talented. And I'm going out to California, so I hope that I actually get time to meet you and spend time with you. I would love to connect with you in person.
Yes.
It's a great time, right? So that would be absolutely amazing. Don't forget about me. So please follow her. She's amazing. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this.
Thank you so much. And everyone, please go follow Roy. Thank you so much. And yes, when you come to LA, we'll definitely hang out.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. We'll have a great time. I know. I'm coming for my birthday. My birthday. Oh, thank you, April Showers, for joining. How are you, honey? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. Next week, I'll be doing another Reading the Queen. I'll be working with Nyx. Do you know Nyx?
Oh, Nyx Latre, yeah.
Yeah, Nyx Latre. She'll be on next week. So we
amazing.
Yeah, we'll be doing her, and I'm holding a special spot for Miss Martha. So she has to let me know pretty soon if she's moving forward with it or not, if she's still watching.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think she's still on here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So Martha, you gotta let me know, girl, if we're still working together or not. End of the month. But I'm so excited. Thank you for your family for watching as well. Always appreciate when the family can join in and watch and enjoy the beautiful moments. This will be up on my IGTV, and then in a week it'll be up on my YouTube. So I'll send it to you. Whoever wants to watch the edited version, you could do a little swipe up for me with my YouTube link, and then people can connect as well with me on YouTube. So I'm excited for your journey, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. And thank you, everyone, for watching another beautiful of Reading the Queen. I'm going to send you with love and light like I do with everybody. Enjoy and have a great one. And thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.